if I may gush for a moment, I am such a huge fan of your work. You are one of my all-time favorite actors. I think
she's not lying.
I'm not. I talk about you all the time. The way you bring so much heart into all of your characters, and it's hilarious. So Buster from Arrested Development, Gary in Veep. And I think this is it's so nice to talk to you. I think this is the first time I've really seen you play a villain. How was that for you?
Really fun. First of all, it's very sweet. And I'm so grateful to have the jobs. I don't know what it says about me that I play anxious and emasculated, but I'll work that out with my therapist. But it's really fun to play the dark side. I mean, this character, he wants to exploit Clifford, whereas everybody else wants to kind of embrace him. And it's fun to always play the opposite and do something different. Really fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you were great. I missed that Tony Hale that I was like, oh, he's so sweet. But this was great. It was a wonderful turn.
I miss seeing you in a turtleneck. I miss seeing you in a dark turtleneck. It had been so long.
Thank you. I needed a little Steve Jobs moment on camera.
Yes. So what do you think is the biggest challenge of working with a CGI'd character?
Well, first of all, your dresser, did you paint that yourself?
I did not.
Cool.
It is an old Pottery Barn that I got on deep discount because I was a starving artist in New York City in my 20s. And this piece of furniture has traveled with me in every house. It was the fanciest thing I bought in my 20s. They
need to bring that back. It's very cool.
Yes.
I working with CGI, I have a lot of admiration for these people that do any kind of animation, like when I did Toy Story and with that world, it's just the work they put into it and the work that they put into Clifford. Because we saw these big kind of puppets at different stages, and little Darby Camp, who plays Emily Elizabeth, she would have Clifford here, and then she at different stages, and just these puppeteers would be wearing all red, and then they'd have these big red puppets, and they gave us something to react off of. But it's just fun. It's like doing, you can just go all out. It's like doing children's theater where you're just like having fun. It's like, and you're reacting to a big red dog that's running around New York City, and just like, when did I ever think I'd be doing that?
Also masterful slide in of Toy Story. That was that was great. That was really fun.
Forky has a question.
God, what a gem. Between you and John Cleese, I could die today.
Like literally.
John Cleese, guys. John Cleese. I grew up with Monty Python. I mean, come on.
We could die now, basically. We're good.
Both just so lovely.
I'm going to try not to.
Oh my God. Okay. So I got it. I'm flustered. I'm so sorry. Did you
pull it together, Ashley? Pull it together.
I know. Did you read the Clifford books growing up? And I feel like pretty much everyone did. How was it different reading it as an adult preparing for this film? It started in 1963. I was born in 1970. I feel like Clifford was always a part of the house somewhere. It was a part of the house when my daughter was young. And so it's always a little intimidating stepping into that kind of an established story. But then you look at if you really dig into the story, just the fact that what grew Clifford is Emily's love for him. And that's what gave him strength. That's what gave him growth. That message of like celebrating differences, that's what we need to do for people, because criticism is not going to make them grow and strong. It's the love for them. And it's just, It really is such a beautiful story that I feel like these are simple truths that adults need to focus on. That's the beauty of children programming.
That's what I was just going to ask you, is that theme of the film of feeling different doesn't mean that you're an outcast. Is there anything that you growing up ever made you feel different that then now you cherish as an adult?
Oh, I love that question, because I was an asthmatic kid. I dealt with anxiety. I grew up in the South where, football was pretty much a religion. I was not a sports person. By the grace of God, I found this theater that my parents signed me up for, and really not easy things to walk through, but it's cool how, having struggled with anxiety, and then I play these anxious characters when I get older, through Arrested and Veep and other stuff. And it's, even though it was tough, it's neat to see how it's used in my work, and I can maybe because of what I've gone through, I can hopefully bring a little more of an authentic version of that, you know? So
There's
that's
that
pretty neat.
the whole Gary storyline in Veep where Selena goes back to his hometown and, you know, turns that whole party into being about her is like, that's basically it, you know?
Yeah.
I know we have 2 minutes remaining, but I would be remiss if I did not ask for this
For
one
yet
thing.
another thing, the blood
Yes,
from
this,
your
this,
veins.
one other thing from Tony Hale. My all-time favorite Tony Haleism is I have to go to Army. Can I get one?
Yes.
I have to go to Army.
Yes. I think he goes, wait, is that the line I have to go? Oh yeah. Oh, cause he said something about awards too, didn't he? Like, this is
He
my
said
awards,
so
mother.
many different ones.
So he would go, I have to go to Army, mother. These are
Also
Because-
R.I.P.
That's the best.
Also R.I.P. What a legend too.
Yes.
no, Jessica.
I know.
And he would always go, these are my awards from Army, mother. No, let me tell you right now,
Thank
the
you.
most dysfunctional scene I've ever done was when she was on house arrest and couldn't smoke, and I had to suck the smoke from her mouth and then blow the smoke on the balcony, and then come back, and then she would blow like a baby bird sucking. I mean, it was just the most disturbing image. So,
Oh, but it's so good. Thank you. You just made all of my dreams come true.
I love it.